Ni hao and welcome back to another video on the Mr. Coller YouTube channel.
Today we're visiting Happy Valley Beijing. It's our final part of the trip, so we can't wait.
This park has 5 different coasters, including a mini B&M hypercoaster and a B&M flyer.
The park has its very own metro station, so it's really easy to get to the park.
We bought our tickets on trip.com and they cost about £17 each. We've come to our first ride of the day, just at the back of the park. This one has an interesting name. It's called Flight of the Himalayan Eagle Music Roller Coaster.
We've just come off a back row ride and it was really fun.
It's a bit different to a traditional B&M Hyper because this one's only about 160 foot tall. There's not actually many straight airtime hills on there. A lot of them are banked, so it's quite a unique ride.
It's not the tallest of rides, but the drop and the airtime hills are pretty good and it's a really long ride. Another cool thing is that there's onboard audio throughout the whole ride.
Next up, we're going on the rapids. We saw this from the top of the coaster and it looked great. That was one of the best rapids rides we've ever done.
It started off with a lift hill and then throughout the ride there were 2 really big drops, which I've never done on a rapid before.
It's much better than any of the rapids back in the UK.
It was very long for a rapids and it was quite choppy, so there were lots of little splashes.
There were also some water guns that caught us off guard and made us even more wet.
We've just walked past a family inverted coaster, but unfortunately it's closed for maintenance today.
It's a shame because we did the one at Happy Valley Shanghai and it was good fun, but it looks like we won't be getting on this one.
Yeah, and there's also a flying coaster here, but we haven't seen that running today, so we're going to go and see if it's open now.
Well, it looks like Crystal Wing's also shut. This one's closed for annual maintenance for about 3 weeks.
It's a big shame. It would have been our first pretzel loop on a flying coaster, but we won't be getting on it today.
We're going on Trojan Horse now, which is a cool looking top spin.
That was a smooth ride, but I wasn't a big fan of the restraints. They really pressed down on my leg throughout the ride.
This one was actually made by Huss, unlike a lot of the ones we've done in China, which have been knockoffs, and it was alright, but not one of the better top spins.
It had some cool theming around the arms, because there was a Trojan horse either end. Another major coaster at the park is closed. It's a shame, but we expected it as it hasn't operated since 2023.
Yeah, this one's been shut ever since the accident on Bullet Coaster at Happy Valley Shenzhen, which is another S&S air launch coaster.
It would have been cool to get on it. It had a really fast launch and it would have been our first air compressed launch if it was open. We're now going for a ride on Happy World. I think this is the park's only dark ride.
That was a knockoff version of It's a Small World, and it was not great. The audio was way too quiet in there.
Yeah, most of the sets were really empty. There was hardly any animatronics, and the few animatronics that there were, they were just sort of moving their hands up and down every so often.
The China scene at the end was actually alright, but the rest was not very good.
It felt quite weird going through mostly empty sets in almost silence.
There's this water park which is actually right in the middle of the theme park, and it looks like they have some cool slides.
Just come off Jungle Racing, which is the park's Vekoma mine train coaster.
We've done a lot of mine trains on this trip, and this one was definitely one of the best ones.
The end of the first half was great, and there was even a little airtime hill.
There's also some great theming in the queue and on the lift structure. It looks great.
And from the top of the list, you even get a great view of the 10th tallest building in the world, which is cool.
It's funny how there's this shop with Shambhala in the name right next to the B&M Hyper. We're now going to ride the last operating coaster here, which is the Vekoma SLC.
We actually did an exact clone to this with the same layout at Happy Valley Chengdu. That wasn't actually too bad. We actually prefer it to the clone in Chengdu.
Most of it was quite smooth. It helps if you put your head forwards, but the Cobra Roll had a few jolts on it.
And this one had quite a lot of near misses with the trees, so it was quite a fun ride. We've just found this photo opportunity spot, and we're going to give this a go now. We've just found this haunted house. We're not quite sure if it's an upcharge or not, but we're going to have a look now.
Turns out that was free, and it was quite cool, although not too scary.
Yeah, there were lots of really cool sets, and at one point we even went over a bridge, which was cool, although it would have been so much better if there had been actors.
Yeah, it reminds me of that one we did at Happy Valley Chongqing. We're now going for a final ride on Flight of the Himalayan Eagle music roller coaster.
This time we've managed to get the front row, and there's a really cool eagle at the front of the first train. nice to have a ride in the front, but it's definitely a back row ride.
The best airtime moments are just before and after the splashdown.
That drop is really good in the back, although it's not actually that sustained.
There is one trim in the middle of the ride that does slow down the train quite a bit.
The good thing about it is there's so many people on the train. There's 36 people and the ops are pretty good for China.
They've just turned on the lights and I'm sure it'll look really good in the dark.
And one fun fact, it opened on the 31st of May, so that means along with Smiler, it also opened on my birthday.
We had a quick ride on Apollo's wheel because there was no queue.
It was quite good actually, and you got some great views across the whole park.
We found this cool indoor area with a couple of family rides in it.
In one of the corners of this area, they were selling lots of little sea creatures. I think there were turtles, jellyfish, and even fish.
And we decided to buy this little crab for 15 yen.
Leave your name suggestions in the comments. We've just left the park now.
The queues were quite short today, so we managed to do quite a few different rides.
It was a shame that there was quite a few closed rides. We knew there'd be one coaster closed, but there were another 2 coasters, which is a shame.
There are a couple of nice themed areas around the park, especially the area near the mini B&M Hyper.
If everything was open, you could easily spend a full day here. The park closes at 9:30, but we've decided to leave a little earlier since we've done everything we wanted to do.
This is the last theme park vlog of what has been an amazing 10-week trip across China, and we've filmed over 20 different vlogs.
If you haven't already, you can catch up on all the other vlogs. We've got a playlist of them all, and that'll be linked in the end screen as well as the description.
We'll also be posting many more videos from China over the next couple of months.
Thanks so much for watching.
Make sure to like,
Comment,
and subscribe.
hit that brake run.
And for one final time,
再见.